What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review series.
And I have a stylist, finally.
Yeah, so Mike actually got a stylist.
So hopefully tonight this will work and not give me any problems.
We could poke you guys and move you to the left, and poke you guys and move you to the right.
How about we swipe you?
Let's wait. I want to get Alan. Hi, Alan. By the way, I'm going to erase his mustache over there with the eraser. Erase the beard. All right, maybe we'll draw it back on him. Well, I missed a few spots.
Give me that.
Well, what's up, Alan? Yes, Krypton. I'm going to wait for the DVD set. I'm actually going to wait for the DVD set to come out before I deal with the Krypton series, as they say. But anyway, I'm trying to get the... Oh, it's on Top Chat. Everybody remember to click live chat, not Top Chat, or you're going to miss out on comments. I just remembered to do it myself while I was in comments. So we've had a really interesting week's worth of the books. It's a very short week for me.
Yeah, I think there were 17 books we have this week.
Yeah, it was a very short week. It's kind of sad a little bit. I do kind of think I have a top 5 in my mind. I think we'll find out tomorrow on Frontline Live. Don't forget Tuesday. But it was a very light week. It was definitely a very light week for me. I like light weeks, especially when I'm busy working. Like, work is super heavy. So for me, it was actually a blessing in disguise. But here's hoping that later on weeks will be a little bit more. What's up, Tevya? But it's been an interesting week. I definitely will say it's been an interesting week, and we have a lot of interesting things to talk about. For those of you that missed out, I'm going to talk about this for 5 seconds. Damn these! Alan's watching Raw at the same time as us. But really quickly, I did an unboxing this past weekend for the Green Ranger helmet. As you can see, it's up there now with the Red Ranger helmet. They look beautiful side by side, if I do say so myself. I really should take a picture and share it.
Actually
you did, but I want to share it on Instagram, on my Instagram.
I have it on my Facebook.
Mike has it on his Facebook. God, are you showing up for a little bit? I moved the camera. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. That's bad on me. But anyway, did an unboxing for that. Did my review this past week for the Sea of Thieves beta. The Sea of Thieves open beta happened this past weekend. Streamed a lot of that. I might do an update video. An update overview with the extra added content that they threw in. Probably just talking about the extra added content. Thank you for sharing, Alan, the link. For those of you watching post live, the video should be showing up on the list of videos on my side. I try to keep my most recent videos on my recommended. But anyway, if you haven't pre-ordered Sea of Thieves, I really recommend you guys do. We'll have something during release week. I don't want to say release day, because release day, as you guys know, is going to be Tuesday, and that's Frontline Live. But for release week, we will be doing stuff on my Twitch. So go follow Dark Avenger Gaming on Twitch, and we will be doing a couple of things. We're going to try to do a couple of things here as well. Pirate theme, so keep an eye out over here. And I think I've spent enough time doing like an intro. I like doing this. You know what? I honestly do like doing this in the beginning instead of the end, because in the beginning it allows people to come in. In the end, people usually leave before I say all the important information at the beginning. A little teaser. What's up, Justin? How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the show. One thing I am going to tease. 2 things, actually. I shared a picture. Oh, I shared a hair in my mouth. I shared a picture on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No, not Twitter. I'm sorry. Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. Because Instagram doesn't allow, or was it on Twitter? Anyway, I shared a picture of my microphone, and I teased out, maybe it's about time we start thinking about returning. Now, as you guys know, the Dark Avenger podcast will not be returning to SoundCloud until May of this year. And there's a reason for that. April, there's something big coming. We want to get that out of the way first. Actually, something big is coming in the beginning of April and at the end of April. So we have 2 big things coming in April. So once we get those out of the way, Mike, that'll be for you in a moment, and you can answer that. Yes, you can answer that. Yeah. But those are going to be big for April. So once we're past all of that, we'll have the ability to pay the fees for SoundCloud to have a full-on account again. We'll do it. I will say this, though, and this is where the teaser comes in. Why open a SoundCloud account with only one podcast? Maybe we'll have to start thinking about possibly doing a few casts. Maybe we'll have to start thinking about revisiting some old casts we used to do. Maybe I'll have to start thinking about an old cast I used to do. The possibilities are there, my friends. If you haven't followed me on SoundCloud, the account is there. It just won't be active until May. And like I told you guys, the Dark Avenger podcast is starting now. The first episode, I might actually record it tonight or tomorrow during the day. Look forward to episode 0, which is going to reintroduce the series once again. And then episode 1 will follow. I don't know if episode 1 will be this month or I'll wait till April. And that'll make it easy because then the second episode will be on SoundCloud in May. And I'll be able to just port over the other 2 episodes. So that's more than likely, unless I have something really deep to talk about, that's more than likely what I will be doing is doing just episode 0 and 1 on YouTube. All SoundCloud podcasts will be exclusive to SoundCloud for 1 week before being released here on YouTube. So for episode 2 of the Dark Avenger podcast, it will be on SoundCloud first. And then a week later, maybe a little bit longer than a week, it'll be over here on YouTube. It will make it to YouTube. It just will be on YouTube later because I want you guys to come check out the SoundCloud. We're going to work really hard on it, and we want you guys to come by and enjoy it. So there's your little incentive. You'll be able to listen to podcasts faster, easier, earlier on SoundCloud. And SoundCloud will be also attached to iTunes and Stitcher. So you'll be able to check it out on iTunes and Stitcher before YouTube as well. So if you have us subscribed on iTunes or Stitcher, the podcast will start up again on there as well. That's enough time. That's enough promotion. First of all, thank all 7 of you. I see I have 7 viewers right now. Thank you all for being here so far. Now Michael had Alan had one question for Michael, and then we're gonna move forward with the review. So quickly answer.
Quickly.
Answer.
Well, I have to say that the Nintendo Direct was pretty amazing. We got lots of games that are coming out. We got Mario Tennis Aces, which looks awesome.
Pre-ordered that.
Right. We got some Splatoon 2 updates and everything, with DLCs, and that looks really awesome. We have Undertale that's going to be coming out. We have, Undertale was a pretty good game. Yeah, we have Nightmare that's actually coming out on the
Little Nightmares. Yeah, they're porting over a lot of the games that are on the big systems.
And Crash Bandicoot coming for Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One. I gotta say, that is pretty insane for Crash to actually be on the other consoles. But then again, they did with Sonic and other things. Mm-hmm. But the hugest thing. Oh, and was there some for, I think, Mario Odyssey?
No, I didn't see that. If they did.
I think there was. I don't remember.
Either way.
Well, either way, for that, Super Smash Brothers coming back for the Switch.
And I'm shocked about South Park going to the Switch too, Alan.
Yeah, that is the most hugest thing of not knowing if we were going to get Smash Brothers, that we're actually going to be getting a new one. But hopefully it's a new game and not a platform of the Wii U, because
I hope it's not a copy and paste. I really do hope
because England Boy and England Girl are going to be in it, because obviously it shows them in the trailer. Possibly, I would like to see Crash Bandicoot.
I like to see the return of Wolf.
Probably the return of Wolf, and Shadow the Hedgehog, I would hope, would be in it, as well as any other characters. Mm-hmm. But we'll find out. We'll see.
And what did you say? Tevye has something too, or both of them?
No, it's just about Smash Bros. Coming back.
Okay. So with that, now we're going to go into this week's review, which the books for this week or this episode were released on.
They were released on March 7, 2018, the first week. March. And we're going to start off with
my book. Month is going to be huge. Next month's going to be huge. Man, we're going to have a huge spring.
Spring has come early.
And then May SoundCloud. We've got 3 months in a row of big things coming.
Look at that. And it's even before summer.
And you guys don't even know what's going on in April. Well, you kind of know one thing.
Usually big things are supposed to happen in the summertime, not happening in the spring.
Dude, do you want to continue? You want to pay more money, or would you like?
No, I'm just saying. It's like
I like a break.
She's saying someday when spring is here, we're gonna have 3 events. Well, she didn't say 3 events. Let's get into the books.
Yes, and we're starting with the independents first.
Yes, so I'm going to start with my books first. Atomic Robo, issue number 5, which is the final issue of this volume, and I am so glad that it is the last issue, because I just got to admit, the story is just the same thing, where it's actually talking about...
You missed twice.
where it actually just talks about them facing against the robots. Robotech is just trying to get rid of, all the robots because the other robots want to get rid of Robot and Human Salvation. The guy that I can't remember, the scientist, he actually helps out during the robot thing and tries to help get the people out of there. And there's a little bit of a teaser in the end, I have to say. It doesn't say the end question mark, where Robotech is talking with the little mini things, actually. And have to admit, though, that was actually...
you're dominating you're dominating the indies. By the way, Mike's dominating the indies this week. I only have one. Mike has 4.
I think so.
Okay.
4.
I'm gonna grab my.
All right, Bloodshot Salvation, issue number 7. Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Issue number 7. I want to say that it is my least favorite of the week, but not really. I mean, all it was, and seriously, I'm gonna show you.
You don't have to show
was
me.
all black. All like talking about the story and having all this. That's what it was all about throughout the whole issue. It was like I was reading a story, but actually was interesting because
it's like you're reading it, but the person the eyes are reading it through a blind.
Exactly. Apparently, he's going through hell with his daughter, and he has the dog that.
Is there a picture on the last page?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he goes along with him, the dog, and then there's like little bits of things that he sees when he goes there, and he does like lots of swimming, and there's these this big.
I'll tell you one thing: the color.
But then he saw something, and what he saw was actually, and this is interesting, I want to show you also, was that. Oh, oops, not that. That. So pretty much he's gonna have to try his way of getting out of it. But I don't want to say it's my least because...
What's up, Shamar?
Because I really enjoyed the issue. Now, normally I would say it's my least because of just like reading just all story and nothing else. But I have to say it was a good issue because I could actually, like the story. All right, now here's another good one, actually.
I actually skimmed this. I skimmed this. I feel bad for this soldier.
Mercer.
Mercer, yeah.
I'm talking about The Walking Dead, issue number 177.
And I'll tell you, the Michonne, it's scary. I know. I actually read this book. The Michonne and her daughter scene was really, really deep also.
Yeah, about how Michonne gave up on the... what's that word?
Just what the daughter went through, and then like her asking Michonne, would you say you're a good person? And she's like, no. There was some deep stuff.
Yeah, because there was like these things that she went through as well as what Michonne went through and everything. Custody, that's what it was. She was sorry about the custody and everything, but all that. But long story short, it talks about this new character, Mercer, who actually is the protector of the governor's son, who tries to get a little bounce chicka wow with this
he's
girl.
A dick. I don't
Sebastian
like him. I don't like him.
I don't like him either because like saying,
Isn't the governor dead?
The governor is dead, but that's the governor's son.
Right. So the wife is now the governor.
Right. Okay. So basically, I don't like him either. And there was just like a whole big story just about that, about how he's supposed to do his job, but then somebody in the back room said that he wanted to get even with Sebastian, and then somebody actually overheard if he should get the hit on them, which means assassination. That could mean something, but I don't know if whoever heard it is going to be living or not living too long after that. So, and Maggie got a little bit of an affair with somebody.
Oh, my.
But she left.
No. That.
Oh, yeah. Ghostbusters 2018 annual. It's a one shot.
Oh my! And did you see the advertisement?
I saw the end. I gotta show it. But
there's a new mini coming.
I know, but I want to talk about it.
There's 2 minis coming that I'm excited for. This one, and actually, I just want to really quickly mention. You remember we just got the trade. I don't do hauls right now, but I just got the trade of Star Wars Next Generation Black Mirror. They're doing a 5-week, 5-issue event. In May. Ron. Oh, everybody hates Ron. I hate him. He's a prick. They're doing a 5-issue for the 5 weeks in May for Mirror. This time instead of Mirror Broken, it's Mirror. It's a crossover. So they're going into the Next Generation universe, and it's going to be a 5-week event. Oh, I'm so excited! I can't wait. I can't wait for that. Mirror merged or mirror crossed. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to get in trade also when that comes out.
I'm going to show the page of what you're talking about. But basically, they get across this new demon who has a pumpkin head and everything, and they're trying to find ways of how to capture it because it's a very strong entity. So what they do is that this demonic entity gets all these other demons to actually go against the Ghostbusters, who are very stronger than them. But see, Egon has an idea of getting portals. Now, we know last time we saw portals, what came out of it? And the ones that came out were the real Ghostbusters. We saw them again. The new Ghostbusters, which are the female ones. And it looks like that, well, after all that, it looks like that Ghostbusters will be crossing over in issue number 1.
They're going to have a crossover mini. But the good news is it looks like it's going to be... You went to...
Oh. I thought there was another one.
It looks like it's not only gonna have
8 parts.
It's 8 parts.
Yeah,
but it's not just the women. It's not just the female.
No, it's the new Ghostbusters, the real.
But
Ghostbusters
this crossover had not just the Ghostbusters from the cartoon and the girls and the guys. It also had the one from the other cartoon, the one where it wasn't.
Monkey.
No, not the one with the monkey. The guy with the wheelchair. The girl with the wheelchair. Didn't you recognize? Where are they?
Who?
Here, them. You didn't recognize them? Them. They're from another cartoon, another Ghostbuster cartoon.
I know that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Those people, yeah. But wow.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters the best.
I was like really shocked to know that they're actually going to be doing that. Will I review it for Frontline? Maybe. I'm only doing, like I said, no. Because I'm only doing 1 book a week.
Well, maybe you'll make it for 8 months. You'll make a sacrifice once a month to do that.
Well, I have to sacrifice a book to do that. We'll find out.
You don't have to. You could always do 2. This is real. I didn't want to like this book because I'm still mad at Kirkman for ending Invincible. But
you actually checked this out?
Oh yeah. But I had to check it out because anything Mike Spider-Slayer puts on his pull list or mentions that's in his top 3, like what's the word? What he's looking forward to. I'm like, okay, so he did Ice Cream Man to me, and now Mike likes Ice Cream Man. He put Oblivion Song in his most anticipated, and I said, okay, Mike knows Kirkman well enough, so I said, all right.
It was on Talking Dead also, advertisement of this.
Oh, it was.
It was, yeah.
It was a good issue. I actually really did enjoy Oblivion Song. So something happened on the world. We get dropped in the middle, just like in Walking Dead kind of had a bit of a before the outbreak, but this one, something happened on the planet. We don't know what, but something happened, and now millions of people have gone missing or are pronounced dead because wherever they disappeared in this infected zone. And you have the main character, Nathan, who is trying to Nathan, who wants to get funding from the government to actually go into the infected areas and find survivors, because there are survivors. The beginning of the book actually shows him rescuing 2 people. The government doesn't want to do it, and a lot of what happens is they start saying, you're doing this because you're selfish. You only want to find your brother. You only want to find your brother. And obviously something happened with Nathan and his brother Ed, and the whole reason for this vendetta is not because he wants to help 1 million people. He wants to find his brother. If it wasn't for his brother, he wouldn't care about this project, basically is what the book is telling us, and what the characters in the books that knows Nathan are telling us. And they didn't get the funding, but he's still doing it on his own, going back and forth between one zone to another. And we find out at the end of the issue, now there's a bit of a spoiler. If you're watching this live and you don't want to know the spoiler, you could mute it for a second. If you're not watching this live, you could skip forward a couple of seconds. But we find out that his brother is alive and is actually leading a resistance in the infected area. And he doesn't know that it's his brother popping in and out of the area. And as a matter of fact, the 2 people that he saved were actually supposed to find out who he was and what his purpose was. And they ended up being saved, and obviously being saved from the zone. They forgot that they were on a mission. And yeah, it was just really good. Really good. I was very surprised. And I got to thank Mike Spider-Slayer once again. 2nd book that I really, really enjoyed.
He's really slaying your mind and getting these books.
He is. Now there was a Marvel book before we get into that book that I wanted to make mention of, and I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and it's just not coming to me. So I guess as we're going through the books, if I remember, I'll mention it. But Venom 163 ended the exact way I knew it was going to end, and this is why I will be letting go of Venom and X-Men Blue as of right now, and that is the fact that this did not end in a finale of the crossover. It's leading directly into Venomized, and the Click-Tars are gone now. The poisons are attacking, and now Venom has to chase after the poison and stop them once and for all, and the X-Men team kind of got mixed up in all of this. Yeah, and this is why I will not be reading X-Men Blue for a while, if not ever. I hear they're going to probably possibly cancel the book, and this is why I'm just going to wait for Venom to get relaunched again, and then I'll pick up Venom again once we get through this poison thing. Whoever thought the poisons was a good idea?
The Poison X? Oh. I did read this before you continue. Just letting you know.
You read what now?
This.
Well, good, because I didn't.
Okay. I'm just saying, I did read this.
All right.
I didn't know if you were looking at the comments or answering.
There's nothing there right now. The symbiote, the Tevi is saying, I'm guessing all of the symbiotes are now dead. Either they're dead or transported. Good choice to cut the pull. Oh, Justin, you have no idea. I've been cutting left, right, up, and down. I think I've lost a lot of Marvel books, which is sad to say, but I picked up a lot of new independent books, and I'm looking forward to a couple of Marvel books. One thing I'm not liking now that's making me even more nervous is as I'm reading my DC Comics this week, I'll show one physical book. I'm going through the book. I'm enjoying the book, and then there's a 2-page. It's going to happen. I know it'll happen any second. There we go.
I saw that too.
A 2-page spread. Bendis is coming with Superman from the 1000th issue. Thank you, DC, for making me even more nervous than I was before. They're really... And by the way, the DVD comes out tomorrow. For those of you that are into the DC movieverse. But I'll probably get it because I haven't missed a DC movie except for Wonder Woman so far. But I missed her.
Shame on you.
I missed her animated movie until recently, so I'll probably catch it eventually.
I saw the movie a little bit, bits and pieces, and at my job. My teacher does. X-Men Red, issue number 2. So in X-Men Red, we learn about a new mutant, Chernary. Now Chernary, has what's the owner's name that's keeping her prisoned? I think basically it was her father, Lakshai Singh, basically, and he keeps her kidnapped because of her being a mutant and not exposing herself and everything. That Harold, I swear, someone has got to put a bullet through his head because all he talks about is mutants and how they are destructive on the news anchor. He doesn't know how much of a good that they are, actually, and he makes them, dangerous in society. But long story short, Jean Grey and the team want to try to find out where Chernary is so they could save her. But see, here's the thing, though. At the end of the issue, and you're going to like this one.
Breaks the taboo.
At the end of the issue, we see a long time thing that we haven't seen in X-Men books.
A good ending?
No.
No, not a good ending?
A Sentinel appears.
Oh.
And we know that when you get out of Sentinel, they mean mutant destruction. So, oh boy. It looks like they're going to be seeing now Red with... we're going up against the Sentinels. That's something I'd be concerned about. Click it. Do not fail me now. Thank you. But yeah, good issue, I would say.
And I'm only throwing this in there just like I threw Venom in there. X-Men Gold, issue number 23. Not as bad as I thought it would be. The book is split in half. Bobby comes back to the X-Men and is putting together a new team while Kitty and the others are locked away for what happened in the previous issue. And of course, I knew Pyro came and wanted to join the X-Men to redeem himself because he believes the whole time he was under mind control and he doesn't want to be a bad guy anymore. So he wants to help, fix what he kind of messed up. And we get to see the team training, and it doesn't go so well. We get to see what's going on with Kitty and the team over in lockup. It was interesting. I might still read this, actually, because unlike X-Men Blue, where I don't honestly know where they're going anymore, and I don't think Marvel knows where they're going anymore because they lost the brains behind the idea of bringing the young X-Men to the Marvel Universe current. Yeah, I might just keep an eye on X-Men Gold for a bit and see what happens. See, the thing is, though, with Marvel's fresh new start coming, I feel like everything is going to end potentially, and Gold and Blue are potentially going to end, and either we're going to get Uncanny and X-Men back, or, well, we do have X-Men Red that just started, so maybe we won't lose Gold and Blue. I don't know, but I feel like nothing is solid right now because Marvel wants to start fresh again, and because they're going to start fresh again, they're going to want to change up and shake up everything, including the X-Men. So, to say I'm going to stick with or drop anything at this point is wrong because I was going to drop the Defenders after issue 10. The last issue of the Defenders was issue 10. See what I mean? So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on X-Men Gold. I know I really have no interest in Blue, but I'll keep an eye on Blue. But in the end, we don't know what's sticking, what's changing, what's renumbering, what's relaunching. We know Wolverine is back. So that might play a huge role in the X-Men teams. Who knows? So we'll have to wait and see. And of course, I want to thank you, Marvel. Now I remember. I want to thank you, Marvel, for cashing in. You cashed in when you killed Wolverine. You made 5 miniseries that followed the death of Wolverine. Now you've got about 4 miniseries coming in May. 4 4-part miniseries coming in May looking for Wolverine. A Weapon X book, The Search for Wolverine, a Villains of X, of Wolverine or whatever, Adamantium Villains or whatever. Basically a group looking for Wolverine, a group that is in Manipur, a group that wants to make sure Wolverine is still dead, and if he's not, put him there, and then another book that I don't even remember about, but there were like 4 different books, and it's like, really? We're really going to do another 4-part, 4-issue miniseries Finding Wolverine after you had a failure in the miniseries after Wolverine died? I will possibly get the first issue of each mini to get the covers. There's apparently a variant that becomes this big picture called Where's Wolverine. After that, I'll probably read the rest digitally if I even do that. Because I'm very happy with the way we're on par with physical books now. Wolverine is hiring an Avengers Mansion. That's right, Justin. Exactly. Again, Rogue and Gambit issue number 3. I'm going to have to get the trade of this because I really am enjoying this. Rogue and Gambit are getting closer and closer, and I like how the relationship is blooming. As a matter of fact, there's a panel in this issue that made my top 5 panels. You can go vote right now over at Comic Frontline. Don't forget, everybody. Because I feel like if Marvel pursues the way they're doing Rogue and Gambit, like if they keep it this way, we might possibly be seeing another X wedding. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year, maybe the end of this year. I like the Rogue and Gambit relationship, just like the Kitty Colossus relationship. I would like to see them. Obviously, it won't be as traditional. If they get married, they're going to live together, they're going to stay together. Because, Remy does his own thing. Rogue does her own thing, but to be married at least and to have like a bond, I think would be really cool. And this book proves that they are a really powerful couple. And I liked it. I love the clones from all the different eras of Gambit and Rogue.
That cover, yeah.
I really, truly would love to see this couple together. Like, I mean, if you're tying knots left and right, Marvel, to kind of appease certain people about characters being married except Spider-Man, add Rogue and Gambit. Speaking of knots that they don't want tied, Amazing Spider-Man 797. I enjoyed the issue. I won't lie. It's interesting to see what's going on. We don't get to see the Red Goblin. We don't get to see Norman Osborn with the Carnage outlook. we do see him put on the Green Goblin costume again. And, spoiler here, he does remember finally who Spider-Man is. His brain, he remembers because J. Jonah Jameson accidentally slips while talking to him.
Oh, no.
Not that Peter Parker Spider-Man, he slips on a clue that clicked in Norman's head. And then the rest was like, oh, it is Peter Parker. But there was a scene that I feel like Dan Slott was trying to say this is what I wanted, but I wasn't allowed to with Pete and Mary Jane. I mean, we got it right at the beginning of the issue where it's Pete and Mary Jane together. But how would they consummate a marriage? Who knows? Well, no, Justin, actually, they were consummating pretty fine in this issue. I mean, it looks like Rogue kind of has a handle on her powers lately. I don't know if it's the same in Avengers, but in this mini, it looks like she's got a handle on it. But shoot, I lost
Amazing Spider-Man.
No, I'm trying to remember what I was saying. But it's like Marvel giving the middle finger. And I have to interject here and tell a lot of people there are people making videos about this. And Tevye, I'm sorry to point the finger at you, man. I really am. But you're just like you're one of them also. Everybody's saying it's Dan Slott's fault that we've got the shitty Spider-Man stuff that we're having right now. Nobody's remembering, and Tevye, you're included, no one's remembering that Joe Q is the head of heads. Everything goes through him before it gets published. And there is a strict guideline he has for some reason with Spider-Man. And everybody's like, oh, we can celebrate now because Dan Slott's off the book. It can finally be good again. You guys aren't remembering or realizing. Now, Nick Spencer is hit or miss. Yes. But, again, Slott was under strict guidelines. Nick Spencer is going to be under those exact same strict guidelines. So if you're saying, oh, Dan Slott's gone, they're going to get remarried. There's a possibility that Pete and Mary Jane will get back together, or stories are going to be 20,000 times better. No. It's just the voice of the book that's changing. It's not the structure, and it's not the guidelines that are changing. Until Joe Q steps down and out the door, Spider-Man is not going to fundamentally change. Obviously, the voice of Spider-Man will change. Maybe the stories will be better, but you're not going to get that. It's not going to be the Spider-Man that everybody's making videos going, hurrah, hurrah, Dan Slott's gone. What happened to Spider-Man is not Dan Slott's fault, and everybody will see that when Dan Slott takes over Iron Man. What happened to Spider-Man is Joe Quesada's fault. Joe Quesada is the one that has to leave, not Dan Slott. Dan Slott had some good stories with Spider-Man. He's had a lot of bad ones. Dan Slott did an amazing story for Renew Your Vows. Amazing. Peter Parker, Mary Jane married. It was a great story arc that he did. Same writer, same person, but no boundaries. Spider-Man has a thick line of what you can do and what you can't do. And it's not because of Slott. It's because of Quesada. So I'm sorry, everybody who's very excited that Slott's leaving the book. Don't be too excited yet because the boundaries are still there. Maybe it'll be better. It could be better. But, again, you're not getting the marriage back. You're not getting a lot of the stuff that I think a lot of people think they're getting back. I'm going to want to buy The Amazing Spider-Man 1 when Nick Spencer and Ryan Otley take over. Looks interesting. Maybe I won't buy it. Maybe I'll read it digitally. But I'll be reading it. I'll be reviewing it. My point is I'll be reviewing it. Quesada hates marriage. Yeah, Joe Quesada does hate marriages for Spider-Man. So I'll be reading it. But again, don't go into this thinking Slott's gone. The whole game is changing. The game's not changing. The voice is changing. That's it. And Dan Slott's not a bad guy. Really nice guy. I don't follow him on Twitter because, again, I'm not political. And unfortunately, Dan Slott is very political on Twitter. Like, really political. Like, honestly, he should have two Twitters, one for his comics and life and one for his political views. I wish a lot of writers would do that instead of having one account where they share only political views and nothing about their writing or their or like stuff that pertains to why people probably are following them on Twitter. But beside the point, yeah. Wait, what? Ask him. Why? Go ask him. I agree. Tevye, go write Joe Quesada, see what he says. And finally, and God, there are going to be so many crossovers, but I'm not. I'm only doing this because we have a review show here, ladies and gentlemen. This goes against my principles because it's supposed to be 11 months. It's not even been 5. Infinity Countdown, issue number 1. The new Marvel event, everyone, has started. I would like to buy Prime, though, because I did like the Wolverine story in Prime. I keep forgetting to go on Midtown and get that. Next order. Whenever I have the time, I'll go get it. But Infinity Countdown, issue 1. Not as strong as Prime. I have to agree. But at the same time, I did really enjoy it. I liked the Groot story where he's fighting his creator who's been poisoned somehow, and Groot is dying as well, and Groot needs to be healed. And he's Baby Groot because, Baby Groot was in the last, Marvel likes to follow in their movie line. So Groot was a kid, so they made Groot a kid in the comics, and nobody liked it. So this issue, it was them dealing with Groot's creator, the Guardians, and Nova Corps, and Drax with a handful of Nova Corps members fighting against the Darkhawks and the War something. And they wanted the Power Stone, and everybody knows that Drax has the Power Stone, so they want to take the Power Stone from Drax, and it becomes this big fight. I love Drax's writing in this book. I love his scripting was perfect for Drax. It was hilarious. I laughed at certain scenes. I enjoyed a lot of scenes. Drax was written really, really well in this book. And then, yeah, okay, Tevye, I'm sorry, but the language is the only reason why I'm doing this. That one, yeah, and you know what? I'm going to do that one while we're doing that too.
Can we just keep it,
Yeah, Tevye, chill back just a little bit. But anyway, Groot dies in this book, sort of, to save his creator. And to repay him, the creator kind of fixes Groot. And he's an adult again. And he can talk. He finally can talk. And that was kind of like, whoa, talk about factory, because the Star-Lord said they factory reset him because the original Groot could talk. For those of you Golden Age fans that know about Groot's first appearance, Groot could talk. Like, he made complete sentences, not I am Groot. And that was, wow, I like the concept of what they're doing with Groot, that he can talk now. And he kind of talks like, not like Bizarro, but he talks about himself in the third person. So Groot is happy to see you. Groot is going to go take out. I like it. I really dug it. And then the last couple of pages showed Black Widow, who we all know by now is alive. And it turns out Logan, and I'm shocked about this because the whole edge, the whole, what was it? The tease, the whole setup for this Infinity Countdown was Logan has the Space Stone. That was the hook. That was the little edge that this series had, was that Logan has the Space Stone. And he's back, and we don't know why. And this series was going to be him with the Space Stone. Well, guess what? Twist of fate, no. Last page of the book, Logan ends up leaving Black Widow the Space Stone, and he disappears. So apparently either this is basically Marvel doing a huge twist of fate on us, saying, you know what? Logan's back. Yes, he is. He had the Space Stone, but we're not going to put him in Infinity Countdown anymore. He gave his Space Stone away to Black Widow, and now he's going to go off, and we're going to go deal with the return of Wolverine. He's going to go deal with the return of Wolverine in his side of the universe while we have this event going on here, and he will not be a part of this event anymore. That was a bit of a twist of fate for me, and that upset me a little bit because the whole Logan being involved, I mean, it was on the cover too, was a huge hook for me. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to read it, was because Logan, our Wolverine, was in it, and now he gave his stone away. Will he still be in it? Does he play a part in this event at all anymore? Or are we just literally going to the hunt for Wolverine? Is it like, that's it? That's Wolverine mic dropping, and that's it. He dropped the Space Stone, and he's like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not in this event anymore. Find me. Kind of like the Where's Waldo kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And now we got the hunt for Wolverine. I hope not. I wanted to see him in this event. But for this book itself, without not counting Logan kind of dropping the mic and walking away, or dropping the Space Stone and walking away, this was an interesting first issue. I enjoyed the scripting of Drax. I enjoyed the Groot story. That was basically the whole thing, was Drax and the Groot story. I would definitely say check it out. I do not support Marvel's event. I do not support them doing an event when they made a promise. I don't care if the helm has changed. I do not support it. I am leaving it up to you guys. I enjoyed it. Will you? I don't know, but I'm not recommending it because Marvel promised 11 months free of events, meaning almost an entire year, and they broke it in 4 or 5. Not even halfway.
say.
Not even halfway through the promise, they broke it. And they knew this was going to happen months ago, so they broke it even earlier to do this event. So it's up to you 100%. But I enjoyed the book. That's all I can say. The Shadow Batman, issue number 6, the grand finale of it all. And this is a Dynamite book, yes, but it's Dynamite crossing over with DC. And dare I say, I enjoyed this crossover a little bit more than the first one. But actually, it's a good sequel to the first one. Because in the first one, the Shadow didn't know. He wanted, he thought of being the Shadow as a curse. And he wanted Batman to he trained Batman to become the next Shadow. That was the whole point of the first arc. And Batman turned him down in the end, and they kind of left on an indifference. This story brings Robin in, and not only that, but now they're fighting against Khan and Ra's al Ghul. And what happens is Shadow finally snaps out of it and says, I've been treating this as a curse, but you just reminded me, Khan, this is not a curse. I'm meant to be the Shadow, and now the Shadow knows. And he beats Khan. And, of course, Batman beats Ra's al Ghul. And Robin snaps out of it thanks to the Shadow. And he beats his grandfather. And all goes right. Now, I am really severely taking away a lot of dialogue in this book. There's a reason. I'm going to tell you guys why at the end. The good guys win. Ross ends up going away. Khan ends up going. Well, Ross ends up somewhere. I don't want to spoil that. But Khan ends up going away. And the Shadow, Batman, and Robin team apparently will still be happening somehow. I don't know if there'll be a third volume, but it shows them together in the end. It shows Wayne Manor being rebuilt after it was destroyed by Khan 2 issues ago. So there's a lot of rebuilding going on and restructuring, but the world is looking brighter. I enjoyed this mini. Like I said, it was a perfect sequel to the first volume of Batman Shadow. I hope they do more. I actually did today, as we're doing this video, I got it a couple hours ago. I got my physical copies of issue 5 and 6. I have the full collection. I'm very happy. Thank God, because I apparently missed it because this was, like I said, solicited through Dynamite, not DC, like the last volume. So I have it all finally. I'm very happy about that. Great crossover. If you didn't read it, go get the trade of it. Go get the single issues. The single issues are available. Go get volume 1 as well. I loved it. It was adorable. Tevya, it was adorable. Robin was adorable. Alan, don't even say Robin becomes the Signal. Don't even. Marvel is forever known as the Banana Company. Marvel is the Banana Company. Yes. Yes. Nightwing 40. I really want this arc to be over. I can't tell you guys how it's not a circle. I'm even trying to think of how to explain it in my mind. The whole beginning of Nightwing again. Jesse is in the comments. What is going on, Jesse? JLS Comics. How are you, my friend? Nightwing is in a vicious circle. And if anything, I'm more frustrated with the character than the book. But it started off with him kind of wanting to be Nightwing 24/7. To kind of finding a balance between Nightwing and Dick, losing that balance, going back to only Nightwing, then regaining the balance again, opening up a fitness center and, being Dick and Nightwing. And now, because of this Judge story arc, the vicious cycle continues again. And now he's more Nightwing than Dick. He hasn't paid his bills. He's lost all his clients. He's lost it all again. And he's willing to continue to lose it all so he can beat the Judge finally. And we also find out that the friend that betrayed him, half of it was under the Judge's influence. The other half was to prevent Nightwing from meeting up with the Judge again and kind of protect him, sort of. But Nightwing says, I'm losing it all anyway. Might as well go down in a blaze of glory. He goes after the Judge. And the Judge is just systematically taking down one casino at a time. In this issue, he takes down one. And he's like, we're on to the next one. And Nightwing's kind of caught in the explosive ending of the first casino. And it's like, please end this arc. Please. And end this vicious cycle with Nightwing. It's losing its appeal. It's losing its whole, Dick lost his way again, but now he came back. And then he lost his way again, but now he's back again. He lost his girlfriend. He's back again. Now he lost his way again. this is a kind of vicious cycle. I started reading. What's going on, Larry? Rebel Comics is in the house. I started reading Chuck Dixon's Nightwing run. As you guys know, I have the first 7 volumes of Nightwing. My God, how different Nightwing was when it was written by Chuck Dixon was compared to the Nightwing that we're getting right now. It perplexes me how DC, you fixed yourself, DC. Reach out to Chuck Dixon and mend broken bridges here. Bring Chuck Dixon back before it's too late and let him fix some of the stuff that he did. Nightwing, Young Justice, whenever you decide to bring Young Justice back. Justice League, something. Get Chuck Dixon. There has to be like a poll or something. Bring Chuck, or a petition. Bring Chuck Dixon back. Because, and this is no offense to who's doing Nightwing right now. It's just this arc is just not holding me. And if the next arc is like this, I severely will not. I probably will end up dropping Nightwing and going completely digital for Nightwing because I can't. I mean, I'm loving the Chuck Dixon run so much, and then I come to the new issue, and it's like you have that mindset of Nightwing was really fun to read. The first volume was really great, and then you come here, and it's like, oh, we're still on the Judge story. It's only been like 5 months, and it's the same vicious cycle of him being too much Nightwing, balance, too much Nightwing, balance, finally, and then it's like too much Nightwing again. Oh. And it's like he's in Bloodhaven, too. He's in Bloodhaven where he belongs, where the whole first volume took him and where he stayed. I feel like I'm kind of ranting a bit on this, aren't I? I would like to see something different. When we get into the next arc for Nightwing, please finish this arc soon, DC, by the way. When we get into the new arc with Nightwing, please, something different. Something else. Not this whole losing of his identity and then getting it back again. It's kind of... You're giving Nightwing the kiss of death. Kind of reminds me of, yeah, right. Batman White Knight issue number 6. Batman is enemy number 1, and Batgirl is finally realizing, holy crap, maybe we did make a mistake backing Napier, because Napier and Gordon, right at the beginning of the book's like, I want to know who Batman is. You know who Batman is? Give me his identity. And if you don't, I'm going to arrest you for obstruction. And they're like, no, we're not going to tell you who Batman is. No. And Nightwing actually says, I'll bring him in. I'll bring Batman in, but, and only but, you cannot take his identity. And at first Napier's like, no, we're going to take his identity if you bring him in. And Nightwing's like, look, I'll bring him in, but no identity. And Batgirl's like, are you guys crazy? Think about all the good Batman's done. And now you're ready to, and all the good he's done for you, Nightwing, and you're going to just turn your back on him and bring him in? She's like, I'm done, I'm out. So Batgirl backs out of it. And you've got Napier, who's at his wit's end with this Neo Joker. But now the GCPD and everybody are chasing after Batman. So nobody's paying attention to Neo Joker. They're paying attention to Batman. And they formulate this plan. They chase Batman. There's a huge fight. See, Batman is really severely hurt at this point. But he ends up coming face-to-face with Napier. They get into a fight. Napier wins, of course, because Batman's already pretty beaten up because of what happened before. I'm not going to spoil that. Read the book. It's a really good mini so far. Batman gets thrown in jail. His identity stays secret. Batgirl goes to Mr. Freeze to find out about the gun because that's when Neo Joker attacks. And then Napier loses his shit at the end of the issue. And looks like Joker is rearing his head, his ugly head back out through Napier. And I actually was looking at the solicits today. The last issue will be coming in May. It's issue 8, and it's going to be a double-sized finale issue. It's going to be very, very interesting. And I don't know, man, but Batman, I guess now, as of the next issue, we will be up to the first issue, the first page again, where Batman's behind bars and Napier's like, I need your help. We've caught up to that at least now. And now the next couple of issues are all taking place present and future of where the first book left off.
All right.
Interesting stuff. I would definitely say check it out. I mean, it got an extension. It was supposed to end at issue 6. It's ending at 8.
All right. Now, I did review some Frontline, so I will give a little briefie of Green Arrow, issue number 38. So now Oliver Queen is going to court because of the accused murder of Wendy Poole. So when he goes to the courtroom, he basically talks. He actually defends himself and says, "Kate, like saying, you know what? I'll give you money. You stay off on the side. I'll talk and do my own thing." Because he wanted to spoil the cover of Ninth Circle.
Because Frost is in the comments. Where's the helmet? Put it. No, I'm not putting it on, but there's the helmet. My friend Frost is in the comments. Everybody gets a Frost chop. I wish we had an emote. I wish we could do personal emotes on YouTube. But Frost has officially chopped everybody in comments. How are you doing, my friend? How are you, Frost? Doing good. Finishing doing the review right now. It's great to have you on here. Love the new logo. Everybody go check out Undisputed Frost's new logo. He has a new logo, and he shared it, I believe, on several places so far. Really cool stuff. Love the beard. As you can see, I'm kind of rock. Well, right now because of Sea of Thieves, especially.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Awesome stuff, though.
Yeah. But anyway,
going back.
So he tries to spoil the cover of the Ninth Circle, and this guy who he's going against, I think it's not the defendant, whoever's on the other side. He's part of the Ninth Circle, and Dante's like telling him, okay, either you shut him up, or you and your daughter are gonna go bye-bye. Luckily, Batman was there to save him, and then Flash takes him out, like saying, okay, number one, you being with Ninth Circle, not cool. And second, you gotta like walk long miles and everything. But Batman sent him a text saying that your daughter's taken care of and everything. I love how the Justice League actually help him to actually say what the Ninth Circle is about. I like that. And also, Wendy Poole comes in. You have to, of course, thank Miko for everything at the hospital. And now he's proven not guilty because Wendy Poole's there, so you can't accuse him because she's alive. And then he gives Black Canary her own foster home for the children to do. And I like the last page that I want to show. Well, I can't show here because it's digital, but and I got rid of it. Well, basically, it shows like one part where he's Team Arrow, and then the Tom part where he's with the Justice League. And I think we're going to go into another story because I think finally, and I think your friends are going to be thrilled about this, I think that's the end of Ninth Circle.
Oh, good.
For all that.
Oh, good.
So we'll see about that.
All right, last two books, home stretch. As always, you guys know I like to leave Batman, Superman last. But not because they're number 1 or 2 or anything, just because I like to leave them for last. Batman 42. Everybody's under the control of Ivy. And Ivy wants to redeem herself by making the world a perfect place. By controlling every living being on the planet. Except for Batman, Catwoman, and this other guy that can't eat greens that Batman goes looking for halfway through the book and then gets caught by Ivy because she controls everybody. So basically it's Batman and Catwoman versus the world, and they don't win. And I love how Batman kind of pushes Ivy over the edge, and Ivy is controlling Superman, and again goes to top 5 panels. Batman gets punched in the face by Superman, and if you ever wonder what would happen if Superman punched Batman at full speed, full strength, in the face, yeah, he died. And then was resurrected 1 page later. Because Ivy had the ability to, touch on everybody. So through magic, surgery, and other means, and therapy, she was able to save Batman. Woo! So Batman's alive and well. But Ivy doesn't look like she's changing her ways anytime soon. It looks like she's really happy with what she's doing, redeeming herself in the world. But Catwoman does say she wants Ivy as her maid of honor. And looks like the next issue will be them kind of friending it up. Oh, nice. Oh, that's really cool, Frost. Frost says shirts are coming soon. Send one our way. Send one to us, Frost. Now, I'm a little disappointed with this book. And that's scary to say. Superman 42. I didn't dig it as much as... All right. We have Bizarro, the one Mike's reading about. And this book kind of contradicts...
Red Hood and the Outlaws?
Right. And this book kind of contradicts that Bizarro. Because this Bizarro is Bizarro World. And he's the Bizarro that always gave me a headache. Because everything he says, he means the opposite. God, I love... when I can catch Chris live, one favorite channels. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Frost, so much for that. I appreciate that. You send us a shirt. I'm going to hang it up back here during the review. I'll have it over there. got the Frost Club, the Undisputed Club. But I didn't like it. Bizarro, when he talks, see, it was okay when Bizarro talked about himself in the third person. It didn't bother me. It was cool. And sometimes he'd say something like hello instead of goodbye, or goodbye instead of hello. That's fine. But when you have full dialogue in backwards talk, it reminded me why. It reminded me why I can't read Bizarro books without getting a freaking headache. But apparently Bizarro has his son, Boyzarro, John's counterpart. And
is it adorable?
No, he's not adorable in any way. And he hates his father. So he's completely the opposite of John. John loves Superman. You know, John loves his father. Boyzarro hates Bizarro. And Bizarro's trying to make Boyzarro like him. And what happens is, I love how John is so smart here. Him and his girlfriend, Kathy, I'm calling her girlfriend as in they're friends, not boyfriend, girlfriend, they're friends. She made this interdimensional portal that allows her and him to travel to other worlds in a little bubble thing where they won't get hurt. And of course, John wants to see Bizarro World because why not? I want to see myself in the negative form. Convenient for the story. But they go there. John sees his opposite. They touch the opposite touches the shield. There's an explosion. John and Kathy land safely, laughing and giggling back in her farm where she lives alone, apparently, and is doing space stuff. And John goes home because he had to do garbage and dinner. A lot of dialogue there as well. A lot of parenting dialogue there as well. And then John goes to bed, and Boyzarro apparently, after meeting John, followed John from Bizarro World, not through the portal, but from Bizarro World, flew over to Earth to say hi to John, his counterpart. To be continued. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I want to say to this story arc is goodbye, but I'm not in the opposite. I want to say that in the goodbye way. But between the headache of Bizarro, Eggs and Steak, a JLS Dark Avenger, did you guys read X-Men Red #2?
I did.
I did. Was funny, love. But I can't with the Bizarro speech. The Bizarro speech gives me a headache. It was very convenient that John showed up at that. Oh, Tom Taylor. It's very convenient that John showed up at that exact moment in Bizarro World. And it sets off a really convenient kind of like final story arc before Bendis takes over and hopefully doesn't ruin the series.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to say, though, after reading this book, I'm like, can Bendis really do worse? Can he really do worse? I mean, he couldn't do worse. I freak out too much. All the new all new Wolverine's been freaking awesome. And I like the Deadpool Gabby in 31. I agree, Frost. But Superman just didn't hold me this time. Hopefully the series or the arc will get better. I really do hope that I understand the writers do this. I don't know what writer started the whole full dialogue being backwards. The only opposite that was supposed to happen was him saying hello instead of goodbye and goodbye instead of hello. Not full backwards, like, I hate you with all of my lung and soul, you know, where everything is like a backwards. And it's a headache to have to read it. Like, pick my cat up instead of put my cat down. Oh, God. This is going to be a very interesting arc. It is. But with that, that is it for this reviews. 32 comes out this week. Yes, it does. Comes out no, I was going to say tomorrow. It's 11:30. It comes out in 2 days. Looking forward to that. We're talking about all new Wolverine in the comments. So with that, that is it for this review, guys. Again, I just want to mention, don't forget to check out the Dragon Helmet review, the unboxing, the Green Ranger helmet legacy. I'm just butchering my words. The unboxing I did this weekend. I will hopefully have a Sea of Thieves final beta overview up sometime this week, as well as the Dark Avenger podcast episode 0, hopefully. Marvel's. Okay. Frost has a Marvel subscription, so he'll be waiting. Twitch, I'll be on tonight with Brant doing some Fortnite. I'm eagerly anticipating Sea of Thieves. Once Sea of Thieves comes out, it'll be Far Cry during the day. The following week, Sea of Thieves at night. I'm going for Pirate Legend, baby. I'm going until I can't go no more in Sea of Thieves. So if you'd like to sail the seas with me, let me know, because it is cross-play. So whether you play on PC or Xbox One, we can hook up, and we will crew up. The Dark Avenger podcast episode 0 hopefully will be sometime towards the middle, the middle to end of the week. The beta overview will be probably middle of the week. I don't want to push too far into the future because we've got the game coming out a week from tomorrow, so we don't want to put that final beta overview out too late. But I'm really enjoying the game. You guys should definitely pre-order the game, and if you do, let me know your name and we will play. Jesse, I don't know if you're going to be getting the game, but let me know if you are. Let me know if you are. And speaking of which, let's stop for a second. I want to point out a few things for people that have been in these comments that I didn't do for a couple of weeks, and I didn't do it. Justin has a live show every Sunday morning. Go check that out. Rebel Comics has videos, live shows all the time. Go check him out. It's Komix, not comics the way we spoke, the regular way. Undisputed Frost has a podcast he does. He has not a podcast, a live vidcast that he does. He chops a lot of things. Go check out Undisputed Frost. Join the Undisputed Club Chop. It literally, when you say it, when you guys say it, you got to join the Undisputed Club Chop, because that's what it is. So go check out Undisputed Frost. Jesse, JLS Comics, has a live show every Thursday. Comic Conversation at night. Rebel Cat is booked solid for comic guests till May 3rd. That's from Larry right there. But JLS Comics every Thursday. Comic Conversation. Go check that out. Go subscribe to every channel I just mentioned. Rebel Comics, JLS Comics, Undisputed Frost, and you got Exile State Comics. Want to make sure Tevye does a lot of videos as well. If you guys would like to check out Tevye's stuff, Chop Talk, yes, we need more Chop videos. And Alan needs to do videos. Alan needs to do videos. That's just the way it is. Alan has to. And Alan, you can find me anywhere. Yeah, he's always in the comments, but he has to do videos. Oh, actually, no, you can find Alan whenever I stream Division on Twitch. Alan's part of my 4-man team. There you go. Frost, I'm going to be waiting for that shirt, man. I'll be waiting for that shirt for the background. I'm going to be waiting. Okay. So, okay. And with that, that is it for this week, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Everybody live. Once again, Frost, Tevye, Alan, Justin, Jesse, Larry. We had, I think, Shamar popped in. Shamar popped in at the very, very beginning somewhere over here.
I didn't see it.
Up. Shamar, thank you for popping in to say hello. Alan was here from the very beginning. There.
Oh.
So thank you, Shamar, for popping in. Thank you all for being here live. But now, this is the part of the show where, for those of you watching post-live, it's your turn. Let us know what you guys thought about the books that came out this week. Likes, dislikes, agree, disagree, recommendations. Hey, Mike Spider Slayer has been 2 for 2 on recommendations with Ice Cream Man and now Oblivion Song. Holy crap. So recommendations are always welcome. Stay tuned. There are going to be some special announcements come May for SoundCloud. And there might be another thing in the works for this channel right here. Share this channel out with your friends. Let them know Dark Avenger C86, the Dark Avenger Nation, is going nation to nation. We want to get the Dark Avenger Nation throughout all the nations in the world. That's the whole plan. Just spread the Dark Avenger Nation throughout all nations. Prove to YouTube that they done messed up by getting rid of the Dark Avenger Nation as a partner. That's what we're proving here, ladies and gentlemen, that YouTube, they done screwed up. And they're going to come crawling back and say, please be a partner again. And we'll be like, yeah, we'll think about it. But have a great night, everybody. Take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. We'll see you guys. Don't forget tomorrow night, live, Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. we will be doing Frontline Live. But until then, take care, keep reading, keep liking, and we will see you guys in the next episode of the Dark Avenger Comic Book Review. Later, everybody.
There, everyone.
Undisputed Club.